All right, we're looking at moving beyond polarity. So we've just looked at past lives and waking up in 5D. It's a book you can get on Amazon, and it's actually a channeled book. It's channeled material, and it's very, very good. I had it recommended to me by another psychic, and it's really good. We'll keep going. Moving beyond polarity. So polarity, what do you understand by polarity? Is basically they call it good and evil, or positive and negative, light and dark. It's between two poles, like North Pole, South Pole, polarity, right? The most important thing to understand is that humanity as a whole is moving from a reality that includes polarity. Yes. So as we move and as our consciousness moves, we get more into oneness, and that polarity actually dissipates quite a lot, or that polarity consciousness dissipates quite a lot as we move more into oneness. Okay? So the most important thing to understand is that humanity as a whole is moving from a reality that includes polarity, or good versus evil, to a reality that is devoid of polarity. What does that mean? It's the oneness concept, but let's have a look at what they've got to say. This might be really interesting. Why would we do that? Let's look at some practical reasons first, then we'll look at logistics. Okay. The original purpose of the third dimension was to explore the vast variety that polarity can provide. Absolutely. Just imagine the amazing variety we have explored around the extremes of polarity. That's where a lot of the creation has happened. The third dimension is full of, problems. And so we've found solutions to a lot of those problems. We've got housing, we've got solutions to illness and sickness and cancers, and to societal conflicts, wars. We've gotten more united as a result of awareness because of a lot of those things. So that was the variety that was there to find love, or solutions, or harmony, or whatever you want to call it, right? So this cycle has ended. Sex is another one. This cycle has ended, and we are winding up the way we did things in third dimension. Things have changed, the rules have changed, and it's not the same game we've been playing for eons. This means that our way of thinking, good versus evil, our way of doing one person above another, and our way of being everyone for him or herself are changing. Yes, so it's more about service to others now, and it's more about equality. So, and accepting evil. That's why we've got a lot of evil here in my information platform. That's not really evil, but it's just what it is. And we're learning that, I think Jane Morris said in my channeling from her on, hi Jane if you're watching, on Psychic Ben, no, on my own Facebook page, she said, my material is demeaning and refreshing at the same time, because we're learning as a race that it's one consciousness and one being. So, the third dimension is still a free will zone, and that's, it is still a free will zone, because I've talked about this before in the law of one, so I'm not going to go over it again. You still have the freedom to choose a God-centered choice or a not God-centered choice. So that's like the angel on one shoulder and the devil on one, and what one are you choosing? Choose the devil, it's not bad, but obviously if you're aware enough, you'll go with the angel, because it's always going to work out better, isn't it? No choices are bad though, and this is why now we're in this oneness conscious, because it's conscious awareness in knowing that no choices you make are bad. Some are probably just more preferable than others, but when you know no thought is bad, you're gonna go with the preferable anyway. Why wouldn't you? Because you've got the awareness by that time. So in third dimension, you might label them as good and bad. Why would I use these strange words? It is because from the fifth dimension there is no polarity, only love, which translates to a God choice. Translate because it's intuition purely, and that's what you translate and are living. So as I'm reading, the spirit are actually influencing the words that fall out of my mouth, but to make note of those points. It is pure translation in fifth dimension because it's an intuitive existence, and it's a oneness existence. The absence of love is not God choice. In later chapters, we will discuss the other dimensions, those that still have polarity and those that do not. This means that as you become more fifth dimensional, it will be very clear that the polarity game is over. In fifth dimension, you will still have choice. Yes. So the polarity game is over, but you still have an awareness of it existing in the universe, like with what I'm telling you right now. But it's over, really. You've got the wisdom by that time to know how to navigate through, life on your own, just with with what we're talking about here. So in fifth dimension, you will still have choice. Only the not God choice is no longer attractive or ultimately even available to you, because your physiology has changed so much by that time and your DNA has transmuted so much by that time that you can't go back. It must be that you actually have to go forward. And yeah, it's no longer attractive because it just isn't. You're too wise by that time to get for things to even for that to even be relevant. This can be further explained by an example where, given the chance to host someone you admire, of course you would say yes. Yeah, because we're opportunity seekers in fifth dimension. We're opportunity embracers in fifth dimension. We don't really have a segregation mentality, and if we do, it's for very good reason, and we don't think too much about it. We just go with what's preferable naturally. So the possibility of not accepting that opportunity does not occur to you, yes, because you've got that calling to just go with it and take it. Thank you, Wanker Good said. This is the equivalent of the God choice. Now you host what you will serve, and other decisions will still give you the ability to choose, to experience variety, but you will not choose to decline hosting your well-respected guest. Okay? There are many choices you can make that reflect the new love only energy that no longer requires the existence of karma. Yeah, so that karmic balancing actually causes a lot of that 3D understanding. You do something to someone else and it's lack of awareness in 3D. You're not conscious, so it'll happen to you by somebody else as a karmic thing, because that's karmic balancing for you to actually get it mirrored back to you so that you're aware of what you do to others or what you've done. That's the way that you get aware. So this experience now has a love-only energy, right? The idea, and God is actually helping me channel this as well, with my spirit guides, but he's very interested in this. The idea of no more karma is challenging for many. The absence of karma is a concept first delivered to me in 1995. At the time, even I was astonished at the possibility. I had no idea what this meant or how it could even be. The first persons that I shared this important information with were trusted... Really? This is it? This is actually naughty fun time, isn't it? I'm hearing about the absence of karma. Probably. Being yourself, people. Yourself is absence of karma. It's bye-bye Miss American Pie from me.